Good morning, everyone. This is Soumitra Pal. So, what I would suggest is that because of bandwidth limitation, which might be at your place, please switch off your video. When I say please switch them on, for the time being, please switch them off. So, I am expecting around 11 students. All of you might not register for this particular course. You may be interested in some other course. However, I would like to interact with all of you. So till now I have Girish, I have Durganand, and I have Amar. Is your Amar?
Sir, it's Sharjil Ahmed.
Sharjil. Okay, so I'll call you Sharjil. Another important thing is that while I am delivering the interaction session, you need to unmute because I'll be asking you questions. But during the class, you will receive different kind of information. So let others join. In the meantime, let us interact with you one by one. So Sharjil, is that pronunciation fine from my side?
Yes, sir, perfect.
Perfect. You are from which place, son?
Sir, I am from Gaya.
Gaya. So currently you are located in Gaya?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you using a laptop or are you using a mobile phone?
Sir, right now I'm using mobile phone. Actually, my laptop is not in a good condition. So hopefully in 3 to 4 days I'll be using laptop.
Rohit, I would request you to switch off your video. Rohit Punia, I would request you to switch off your video. There are 3 buttons at the top, at the bottom. The central one is to disconnect, left one is to mute your video, and right one is to switch off your video. Mute your audio and switch off your video. Please switch off. Rohit, are you able to hear us? I think we have lost him. So Sharjil, what kind of connection you are using? Do you have any pocket Wi-Fi or are you using your hotspot of the mobile?
Yes, sir. I'm using hotspot of the mobile, sir.
Okay. Fantastic. So next, who is online? Let me have a look. Girish. Where are you located, Girish?
Hello, sir.
Yes.
I am from Gujarat, Morbi, Gujarat.
Morbi, Gujarat. Okay. So, what kind of connection you are using?
I'm using it from my mobile phone.
You are using your mobile phone.
Network.
Mobile network. Acha. Mobile network. Yes. So you are creating a hotspot and you are using it, or you are using your mobile?
No, sir, I'm using my mobile.
Mobile. Do you have a laptop?
Yes, sir, I am hearing it.
Okay. You have a laptop. So let me.
Yes.
This is Girish, is it not? Yeah, I talked just now. I spoke to Girish. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Next is Durganand. Where are you located, Durganand?
Sir, Darbhanga, Bihar.
Darbhanga.
Yes, sir, it is.
Okay. So once again, you are using your mobile to create hotspot, or are you using your mobile itself?
I am currently mobile itself, but within 3 to 4 days, I will be able to use my laptop, sir.
So you would be having your laptop. Achha. How is my voice clarity and how is my video clarity?
Its voice clarity is very well, sir, and video is also too well.
Okay. So Durga Chand. So that is Durganand. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Durganand. So Gajanan, is your first name Gajanan?
No, sir.
No. I am talking to the next guy, Gajanan Kadam. Thank you, Durganand. Gajanan?
Yes, sir. My name is first name is Gajanan.
So where are you located, son?
Sir, I am located in Nanded, Maharashtra.
Nanded, Maharashtra. Nanded, there is a college and I believe there is a famous Gurudwara as well. Is it not?
Yes, sir. I am from that college only, SGS Nanded.
So, long back there used to be one professor, though he has expired unfortunately, Professor S.R. Kajale. Have you heard of him?
Sir, S.R. Kadri sir was our director of our institute.
You're director of your institute. So he was a very good friend of mine. So what are you using for joining this meeting? Are you using your laptop or are you using your video? Are you using your mobile?
Sir, I'm on laptop now.
Laptop. And how are you connecting? You are connecting through mobile hotspot. Okay, fine.
Yes.
So next one is, with whom have I not spoken? I have not spoken to Muralidhar. So let us speak to Muralidhar. So Muralidhar, where are you located? Hello Muralidhar, you have to unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
Where are you located? Where from you are joining in this particular class?
I am from home, sir.
Yes. Where is your home?
In Andhra Pradesh, sir, Karnool.
Karnool, Andhra Pradesh. So my voice clarity and video quality is good?
Yes, sir. Good, sir.
Good. Okay. Are you using your mobile or are you using your laptop?
I'm using mobile, sir.
You are using mobile. Okay. What about, do you have a laptop or not?
Sir, I have laptop, but it consume more data, sir. I have less data limit.
Okay. Understood. But when we will be taking classes, I do not know how good our screen would be reflected. Today I'll do my screen share. I would not take a class, but I will introduce some of the aspects of our course. So that's what we will do. Sometime back I have seen Virendra Singh was there. Now I do not find him. What about others? Okay, so now what I'll do is that I'll share my screen and I'll start presenting a document that I have prepared. While I'm doing that, is there anyone for whom the voice clarity and video clarity is not good? If it is so, please unmute yourself and tell me. Rohit, once again I am telling you, please switch off your video. It will take less bandwidth. Once again, if there is any issue from my side, that means my video quality is bad, my audio quality is bad for anyone, then you understand for others it is not the case. So it is better that you move over to some other kind of data plan. Okay, just a minute. So all of you are still there with me? Okay. So today it is an interaction session. It is not an class session. So the name of the elective subject is Theory of Abrasive Machining, and this is lecture number 0.1. This is an interaction. So this is not the first lecture. And this lecture I am specially taking for MTech student. In this particular elective subject, there would be MTech students, dual degree students, as well as we would also have PhD students. Is my screen clearly visible? Please respond, any one of you.
Yes, it is, sir.
Okay. So my name is Soumitra Paul. I am in the Department of Mechanical Engineering of IIT Kharagpur. I welcome you all to IIT Kharagpur. You cannot come in physically, but at least digitally we can meet, virtually we can meet. The subject number is 60215. As I said, this is one of the elective. You may choose to take it, you may not take it. It is completely up to you. The credit of this particular subject is 300. That means we would have 3 lectures. There would be no laboratory attached to it. Laboratory aspect I will explain later on. There is no tutorial hour given, but because we are primarily in virtual mode or in through online teaching, there would be tutorial, and this semester it would be continuous evaluation. Typically we have a mid-semester examination carrying 30 marks, end semester examination carrying 50 marks and class tests or teachers assessment carrying 20 marks, but this time it would be continuous evaluation. I'll explain how we are going to do that continuous evaluation once again after some time. So this subject is not on, what this subject is not on? This subject is not on abrasive jet machining. This subject is not on ultrasonic machining where abrasives are used. This subject is not on abrasive water jet machining where abrasives are used. By theory of abrasive machining, we will talk about theory, underlying theory in grinding. Now, grinding is typically not covered to a great extent in most of the colleges in undergraduate. So some part of the technology would be covered, but the focus of this particular subject is not technology. It is primarily theory. So technology you have to learn on your own to some extent, and the theory part of it would be covered. Some basic technologies would be covered to start the subject, but later on we will primarily emphasize on the underlying theory of grinding. All videos would be recorded or may be recorded. At this moment I am recording the video. I do not know how much time it is going to take, so that is one drawback. If it takes huge amount of time, I do not know whether I can continue with recording videos or not. Now, before going into the subject of theory of abrasive machining, let us talk about manufacturing science and engineering. Have you interacted with any of the professors since joining the course? Can I get a response from you? Hello? Hello?
No, sir. Actually, we have not interacted with any.
No one, you have never interacted with anyone. Today in the morning there were two classes. One was
Sir,
on
we did one class of FEM only, sir.
one class of FEM you have done. Modern manufacturing process, no classes were held.
No, no. Actually, the modern manufacturing class professor had just sent a recorded video, but we didn't get the link of that.
Okay.
Maybe we will watch it later.
Okay, fine. So, I would take some time to explain manufacturing science and engineering MTech course. In the department, we call it ME1. So, you would be called ME1 students. Before explaining the course content, I would like to know whether these things are done or not. Have you received Microsoft Team credentials from the institute? Have you received it?
Yes, sir, it is.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Did you receive password for the same?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Those who have not received password or could not locate it, possibly it is in your profile under ERP. At this moment, how many students are there in the meeting? I cannot see that for some reason. Can you tell me, please?
Total 9 students are there.
Total 9 students are there. So all 9 students you have received password?
Yes, sir.
Okay. One of you indicated to me that FEM BEM class was held, and was it taken using Google Meet or was it taken using Microsoft Team?
Microsoft Teams, sir.
Microsoft.
Okay. So this FEM BEM was taken using Microsoft Team. Fine. I will also try to take using Microsoft Team, but for today's class I will take Google Meet. Microsoft Team has been introduced very recently, so I am not very proficient in using Microsoft Team. So I might take 1 or 2 weeks of class using Google Meet, and gradually we will move over. Now, as I said, it is continuous evaluation. So possibly from second week onward, we would have assignments and quiz. So you would have assignments and quizzes. These would be done, this can be done in Microsoft Team, as well as it can be done in another software which is called Moodle. Possibly I'll be using Moodle. Professor Vikrant Rachella, has he indicated whether he will be using Moodle or not?
No, sir.
He has not indicated. So this is going to be the thing. So you people have received Microsoft Team credential, which is very good. All of you have created your password, or password was provided to you. And most important thing is that Google Meet, Microsoft Team, already FEM BEM class has been taken. So you are more or less know how to use it. Now let us go to the next thing. Next thing is timetable. Let me do something. These are no longer required, so let us remove them. They will interfere with my further thing. Fine. So timetable. So Monday 8 to 9:55, Tuesday 12 to 12:55, Saturday 9 to 9:30. Now you might think that just now I have told it is a 3-hour class. So you have 3 hour over here, you have 3 hour over here, but this is a shorter semester. As because it is a shorter semester, we have extra classes on Saturday, and this is well reflected in your timetable. Have you received your timetable?
Yes, sir, it is. But Saturday timetable is not mentioned there.
Saturday timetable is not mentioned there. Professor Vikrant Rachella, has he mentioned timetable for his class?
Yes, sir. He is given, but he's also given 1 hour duration on Saturday. But his timetable is also not mentioned on.
Okay. Fine. So I'll come to that. I'll explain everything gradually. Today's lecture is very, very important for your logistics. So please stay with me. So timetable is done. This timetable is only for this particular course. Initially, I will be possibly taking classes on all the days, but later on we will also go for tutorial or quizzes or assignments, not assignments. Assignments you have to do offline, but quizzes are to be done online, and possibly I'll be using Saturdays for quizzes. Once again, I have to delete this. Now, let us talk about what ME1 or Manufacturing Science and Engineering contains. It is a MTech subject. So, we will be covering a lot of aspects of manufacturing processes, manufacturing systems. Both manufacturing process and systems requires monitoring and control. That aspect would be covered, and numerical and analytical modeling of manufacturing process and systems would be covered. So this is the broad outline of our course, not theory of abrasive machining, but your MTech course on manufacturing science and engineering. In first semester, what would you be doing? This is your first semester. There is one core course, that is theory of machining, and you have 4 electives. I believe lot of electives are running, out of which you have to select 4 electives. You have Advanced Manufacturing Lab 1 and Seminar 1. Now, one thing you must note down very carefully, Professor Partho Saha is your course in charge. I am not course in charge. I am teacher of theory of abrasive machining, which is an elective course. So Professor Partho Saha is course in charge. He will tell you whether Advanced Manufacturing Lab would run now or not, and how would it run and all that. Though I am a teacher in Advanced Manufacturing Lab 1, but Professor Partho Saha will interact with you, or maybe both of us will interact when clarity is given to us from the institute side. So I cannot really talk about lab. Seminar classes also I cannot talk about. Possibly Professor Partho Saha would be knowing. So what I can clearly tell is that theory of machining would be running, and all the 4 electives as per your choice would be running. Now if you look at theory of machining, This belongs to manufacturing processes. Now let us look at second one. The one core subject in second semester, this is a core subject, is manufacturing, monitoring and control of manufacturing system. So these aspects of monitoring and control is covered here. Here also you have four electives. You have four electives that you have to take. You would have one laboratory, two laboratories. In fact, you would have two laboratories in that. So, and once again a seminar would be there, and there would be a comprehensive viva voce. This is the second semester. Now let us look at what are the electives which are running this semester. So this is the list of electives: FEM, then fabrication and processing of advanced composite, manufacturing automation, modern methods of manufacturing, rapid prototyping or additive manufacturing. There are other electives, and here is your theory of abrasive machining, and for theory of abrasive machining, this is your timetable I have already given. All these 9 electives, they would be having a separate timetable. Some of the subject may clash with one another, some of them may not clash. To best of my knowledge, theory of abrasive machining is not clashing with anyone. It might clash, say for example, I am giving an example, this is not based on data, it is clashing with intelligent machines and system. Then any one of the subject you would be able to take. At this moment, I would like to take feedback from you. Is there any confusion about what I have covered thus far?
No, sir.
You people can unmute yourself and tell me.
No, sir, no confusions.
Are you able to, while I was delivering it, you were able to see my slides?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Just a minute. So Ritesh has joined. Sumita Singh has joined. Sarjil I have spoken to. Muralidhar I have spoken to. Gajanan I have spoken to. So I have not spoken to 3 individuals. Rohit, can you unmute yourself, please?
Yes, sir.
Yes. What kind of data you are using? You are using your through mobile. Are you using mobile or laptop?
Laptop.
Sorry. Laptop. And the data connection is through hotspot.
Yes, sir.
My voice clarity and audio and video clarity is good at your end?
Yes, sir. Both are good.
Okay. Thank you so much. You mute yourself. Ritesh,
Yes, sir.
where from you are joining us?
Cell phone, sir. Mobile phone.
No. Where are you located? In which town, city, village? Where are you located? In which state?
Devas, MP.
MP, Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh. So
Yes.
you are using your mobile hotspot to join us?
Yes, sir.
Achha. Are you using your laptop or you are seeing this lecture on the video on the mobile?
Mobile phone.
Mobile phone. The last person is Sumita Singh. Where from you are joining us? Ritesh, please mute yourself.
Sir, from Chhattisgarh.
Your name is Sumit or Sumita?
Sir, my name is Anup Kumar Singh. Gmail, my Gmail from my elder sister.
Okay, kindly create Gmail account. Otherwise, it would be difficult. So it is better that you always log in using your own Gmail account. Okay, and clarity from my side is fine.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I have a special question for Muralidhar. Muralidhar, can you unmute yourself, please?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think you have registered for this particular course, but I do not find your name in the roll list. What is it?
Sir, actually, I didn't register, sir. I just only saved that
Okay, so you have not yet registered completely, you have simply selected the subjects.
Yes.
Okay, fine. So let me go back to my presentation. I would request Sarjil to unmute yourself. Can you see my presentation, Sarjil?
Yes, sir.
Fine.
Comfortable.
So now let us come this way. I'll cover once again at a greater detail manufacturing classification. We have primary manufacturing. You people can unmute yourself. We have secondary manufacturing. We have tertiary manufacturing, and a very new thing has come up, which is additive manufacturing. Some of us would like to combine tertiary manufacturing and additive manufacturing together, some of the books or some of the lecture notes, but I have kept it aside for its importance, because current importance is very good. Any one of you, can you tell me what are the primary manufacturing processes? Hello?
Sir, casting.
Yes, please come forward. There is absolutely please leave aside your shyness and please respond.
Sir, casting.
Casting,
Welding. Not welding.
welding is a primary manufacturing process, and
And
you also have forming.
rolling.
Forming. So out of forming, there are two kinds of forming. Can any one of you tell me what are they?
Sir, rolling and forging.
Rolling and forging, both of them, they belong to the same group. I am trying to do a broad classification.
Sir, extrusion.
Forging.
Not exactly. All of you, what you are saying is that you are naming different forming processes which are there. So I would rather name it as bulk forming processes. So bulk forming processes would have all that you are mentioning: rolling, extrusion, and all of them. And there is one more process which is sheet metal forming. My handwriting is rather bad because I am not used to writing in this particular method, so I have to request you to excuse me. So this is the situation. Even sheet metal forming, the spelling looks horrible. So let me rewrite it. Let me see whether I can once again find the same place to write or not. So where am I? God. Okay. Now, for bulk forming, whatever I have written here, rolling and extrusion, there is another kind of classification. Can any one of you tell me what is that classification?
Hot rolling and cold rolling.
Come again.
Hot rolling, cold rolling.
Hot rolling, cold rolling is a kind of rolling process, but you are very near to it. So one is called hot working process, another one is called cold working process. Can any one of you tell me what is hot working, what is cold working?
Sir, in cold working, we.
Yes. Whoever is loud and clear, please respond.
Hot working is called on and above recrystallization temperature, and cold working is below recrystallization.
So it is not like hot forming in Nanded. Who was from Nanded?
Hello, sir.
Who was from Nanded? Please come forward.
Hello, sir. Gajanan.
Gajanan, you have to be a bit more clear. So Nanded, the summer temperature can very easily reach 45 to 50 degrees centigrade. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
So that is not that, it is not that kind of hot. So hot working of a material means you are working on that material, you are deforming that material above a particular temperature, and one of you have told it is above recrystallization temperature. And cold working doesn't mean working at Arctic temperature. If you are working below that particular temperature, even for steel you are working at 400 or 300 degree, it is cold working. Now, any idea what are tertiary manufacturing processes? The processes which are done after primary and secondary processes. So what are tertiary manufacturing processes? Say for example,
Grinding.
coating.
Finish.
Coating, not finishing exactly, coating. Say, what are the different kinds of coating that you know of? Electroplating. There is some coating process which is called CVD, PVD. Do you know what are CVD and PVD?
Chemical vapor deposition.
Chemical
Vapor deposition.
and physical vapor deposition. And then there is something called plasma spraying, HVOF, high velocity oxys fuel spraying. So these are also called thermal spray processes. They belong to tertiary manufacturing. So what do I have under secondary manufacturing? Secondary manufacturing can be called as basic material removal processes, where you remove material. Before coming over to the secondary manufacturing process, let us look at additive manufacturing process. Additive manufacturing processes has come into being in last 10-15 years, and here instead of forging or casting something and then machining and getting the product, we rather follow the nature and build the product by adding material in layer by layer fashion. Theory of abrasive machining is not on additive manufacturing, it is not on tertiary manufacturing, it is not on primary manufacturing. It is part of secondary manufacturing because it is material removal process. There are two kinds of processes. One is called conventional, another one is called non-traditional manufacturing processes. What I will do is that I will go back. Please look here. Modern manufacturing processes, can you tell me which one is it? You had a series of electives. So one of them is modern manufacturing processes. So where does it fit in?
So maybe additive manufacturing.
No, not exactly additive manufacturing. It is primarily non-traditional manufacturing, but within modern manufacturing process, a part of additive manufacturing would be covered. We also have an elective on additive manufacturing. We do not call it additive manufacturing. This is the one, we call it rapid prototyping. Okay, so rapid prototyping is being offered. So those who are interested, you can think about that. Ours is secondary manufacturing process using conventional material removal processes. Now, what is the difference between conventional material removal processes and non-traditional material removal processes? You can give me a physics-based explanation. You can also give me example-based. So, I'll go by example. So, for conventional, what are the examples? And for non-traditional, what are the examples? Can you give me those examples?
Sir, in conventional we have grinding, and in non-traditional we may have this ECM operation,
Okay.
electrochemical machining.
So,
EBM
electrochemical
operation,
machining,
EBM,
EDM, ultrasonic machining,
USM.
abrasive jet machining, water jet machining, abrasive water jet machining, electron beam machining,
LBM.
laser beam machining, ion beam machining, chemical machining, photochemical machining, so what not. So lot of processes are there. In conventional, what are the processes that are there other than grinding? We have turning, milling, drilling, all these processes. So our things are restricted here. Now there is another group of processes which are finishing processes. We'll discuss that after some time. So this is where theory of abrasive machining belongs. It is part of secondary manufacturing process. It is part of conventional material removal process. For one of you, someone is talking in the background. Please ask them to stop or mute yourself. So it belongs to secondary manufacturing process. It is conventional material removal process. What is the difference between conventional material removal and non-traditional material removal from physics base? I did not explain. What else I did not explain? I also did not explain where is it? This finishing thing also I did not explain. Now from physics base, can any one of you tell you what is the difference between conventional and non-traditional processes?
Sir,
Any one of you?
In conventional machining, tool and workpiece are direct contact. And
So in conventional machining, you have a cutting tool, you have workpiece, they are in direct contact, and the cutting tool applies a mechanical force. As it applies a mechanical force, a material failure occurs. If the material is ductile, shear failure occurs and the extra material comes out as a chip. As far as non-traditional manufacturing is required, tool and the workpiece may not be in contact. In electrochemical machining, there are no physical contact. In EDM, there are no physical contact. In water jet machining, water is your cutting tool, which is in physical contact. EBM, LBM, there is no tool itself. It is electron beam or laser beam or ion beam, they are removing. In abrasive jet machining, it is a jet of abrasive. So there are a lot of physics based differences, but one very important thing in conventional machining is that you have a physical tool which applies force on the cutting tool, leading to removal of extra material because of ductile failure or shear failure of the work material and leading to chip formation. And most of the time the cutting tool has to be hard at room temperature and hard even at elevated temperature as compared to the workpiece. So this is the background material. This you have all learned in undergraduate. We are simply recapitulating. Now let us come to the flavor of the subject. So this is two of the grinding processes. So let me once again enable my pen. This is one particular process, this is another process. Both of them, they are surface grinding processes. Other than surface grinding, you have cylindrical grinding. All these things we will be covering with schematic diagrams. Cylindrical grinding can be external or it can be internal. You also have another kind of cylindrical processes which are called centerless grinding. So I am not going into other details, but let us mention that where is it? Here we are using a small wheel. As you can see, this is a small wheel. This is the wheel. This wheel is having a diameter of 15 millimeter only, and this is a alumina wheel, that is aluminum oxide wheel, and this is having a diameter of 200 millimeter. Most of the time surface grinding is done with large diameter wheels, but sometimes small diameters wheels are also used for testing their performance. Okay, so these are the two examples that I have given. Now, grinding process, what is the purpose? Now, if I ask you this question, all of you, I believe, would be saying grinding is a finishing process. It is required. Grinding is required to be done to improve the surface finish. So, is there any other purpose of grinding? Can any one of you tell me? Yes? Can any one of you tell me what are the other requirement of grinding process? Rohit, yes, you have unmuted yourself. Hello Rohit.
Yes, sir.
What is the other purpose of grinding? If you do not know, anybody else who knows what is the other purpose of grinding, all of you would agree that grinding is undertaken as a finishing process to improve surface finish. What about any other purpose?
Generation of powder in powder metallurgy.
That is a secondary application, that is not the primary purpose. When you are doing grinding operation, powders can be generated. However, for powder metallurgy, powders are generated commercially using something else. You may note it down. Typically ball milling is done, or there is another process which is called spray drying. Spray drying is used for generation of powders of equal size. Spray drying also have application in agricultural engineering. All milk powders that we use, they are spray dried. If you are purchasing tomato soup, they are powders, they are spray dried. So tomato slurry are spray dried to give you tomato powders, or say for example milk is spray dried to produce milk powders. Similarly, metal powders are also spray dried to produce powders. So using grinding to produce powder for powder metallurgy is a very minor application. So any other purpose? Do you have any idea? Okay, so let me explain that. Why do you do machining? Something comes out of casting, something comes out of forging process, something comes out of rolling process. Either it has to be turned, milled or drilled, so that unwanted excess material is removed and you obtain the desired shape and size and dimension. In the process, you achieve a particular tolerance upon milling, upon drilling. If you want to improve the drilling tolerance, you have to remeet. Upon turning, if you have to further improve the size and form tolerance, there is only one process, which is grinding. So the basic purpose of grinding process is to improve size and shape tolerance. Finishing process is a kind of extra. So if you go for taking pani puri, fuchka or golgappa, whatever you take, after consuming 10, you ask for something extra. So finishing advantage is something extra. You get better finish as a corollary. However, there are some grinding process where finishing is very important, but the basic purpose of grinding is to achieve better size and form tolerance. A hole should be perfectly cylindrical and something like that. Now, this particular question I am not going to answer today. Later on, this particular question will come as an assignment. Not today, I am not giving assignment, but you can try to find out what are the other finishing processes. where the primary requirement is finishing. They are not bothered about anything else, which are quite often carried out after grinding. I am not asking for a answer today. So today, if you can understand, I have covered lot of material which is technology. There is no theory. I did not mention a single word of theory. This is to bring everyone on the same page. But this is a very short lecture. It is only for, till now I have taken around 45 minutes. So within 1 hour I cannot cover the whole technology part of it. For that you have to follow these books. So one is DeGarmo's Materials and Processes in Manufacturing. This is not for theory of abrasive machining. Even for theory of machining, which is your core subject, this kind of books would be useful. This is a recommendation. I am not saying you have to have this. There are other books. Whatever you have to upgrade yourself to a level from the technology aspect of it. That means in turning, what are the process parameter, how turning is carried out, what kind of cutting tool is used, what is boring, what is the difference between using a boring tool and boring bar. Technology aspect should be very clear to you. This is one book. Another book is this one. So I know this particular book by this professor's name, DeGarmo's book. When I was doing my undergraduate, then also I have used this particular book. This is a very good book for learning the technology. This is a recent addition. Recent means last 20 years. So Kalpakian. This is not Kalpakjian. It is Kalpakian. So I believe Kalpakian is still alive, but DeGarmo is not. So if you have access to this book, physical copies, electronic copies, very good. If you do not have, talk to your friends, current friends, past friends, if they can share with you, or else if you have some other book, try to use it. So now I will go very quickly about what we are going to cover. So this is going to be my module 1. This is going to be my module 2. Module 1 would be introduction and basic material removal process. So some part of it, classification of manufacturing process, I have covered today. Unfortunately, this is horrible. Just a minute. That I have covered today. But a lot of things, purpose of, just a minute. So where am I? So this one I have covered today, and even I have covered purpose of grinding. But similarity between grinding and machining, this I have not covered. Identification of process parameter. Identification of process parameter in grinding I have not covered. Various grinding processes I have not covered. So lot of things which are basic technology requirement that I have not covered. So that I have to cover. And one of the most important thing is this one. Estimation of material removal rate in material removal processes. This I have to cover, or I will give you video materials from where you can learn this. This is my own video. You would have to learn on your own. Then if you see, the physics of the process is coming. What kind of chips and their analysis. Mechanism of chip formation in grinding. This has got nothing to do with technology. What are the physical processes happen during chip formation? Shearing, rubbing, plowing. What are the energy consumptions in grinding? What are the sources of energy consumers? Then mechanism of super abrasive grinding. Then we will talk about forces and surface grinding, and we will primarily talk about their modeling. So this is one aspect. Let us go to the next one. Here each one of them, they are one module. That means, can I estimate contact length? Can I measure it? Can I visualize grinding path? Then can I do something which is not written here, which is, no, it is written maximum grid depth of cut. maximum grid depth of cut has got lot of relevance in grinding, and we will introduce something which is called unit event. So this unit event concept we will introduce. This one, wheel conditioning, is very descriptive, so I will cover it to a very less extent. I will give you lecture material or chapter number from where you have to do it. Once again, wheel loading is both descriptive and there is modeling. That means by modeling we would be able to say, if there are 5 different choices, which one is the best one which would provide you wheel loading. For your information, wheel loading is bad. It is not good. It is bad. So if you know the 4th choice is bad, you should not take it. If your 3rd choice is better, you should do it, because wheel loading is bad. Grinding is plagued. I would use the verb plagued by grinding temperature. Grinding temperature is very, very high, and that is the source of all the problems. So measurement of grinding temperature and modeling. So here in this particular chapter we will spend a lot of time. This chapter will come after mid semester, so almost after half of the course is done. Next one is surface integrity. I do not know how many of you have heard the term surface integrity. Surface integrity I will not explain today, but one important thing is that residual stresses gets incorporated on the grinding on the ground surface. The surface that you have ground, on that residual stresses get incorporated, and unfortunately if this residual stress is tensile, then you have a problem. So then after surface integrity we will follow grinding wheel wear, something like tool life and tool wear in turning. So this is for grinding wheel, and there would be some special topics. All of them I would not complete. Some of them would be on self-study mode. Say for example, ductile regime grinding I will cover, diamond turning I will cover, monolayer super abrasive wheels I will cover, but rest of them I will not cover. High efficiency deep grinding I will cover when I am covering temperature in grinding. So this would be the distribution. Now which book to follow? This is the book, Grinding Technology by Stefan Malkin. So this particular book you have to follow. This is a very, very expensive book. Chances are you do not have it. So try to get a digital copy. I will introduce you to the TA. TA means teaching assistants of this particular course. If he is having a digital copy, I will request him to share with you. So once again in the next class I will possibly cover these in a much more better detail, or at least I think I have shared this course content with you. So this is the book that you have to follow. However, class notes would also be very good. I think it would be a very good idea to take online class note if I am taking classes in this particular method, that is online classes. If we fail to take online classes, then only we will share videos. Now today I'll try to get an feedback from you. So one by one, Gajanan, was there any problem in this delivery method, in the sense network issues, nothing else?
No, sir.
Acha. Gajanan, whatever you are using, your audio quality is your audio is very feeble. Audio quality is not bad, but your audio is very feeble. So if you are using a laptop, please set your mic volume appropriately. If you are using a mobile, possibly the volume during online call has to be increased. Durganand, okay. What is your feedback? Network issues?
It is very well.
Very well. Fine, very good. See, if it is very good, credit goes to you. We are in IIT. We are using network, a wired network. I am not on Wi-Fi, so I expect that my connection would be good. Rohit?
Yes, sir.
I think your connection is not, I do not know. Are you getting my voice and screen share nicely?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Now next one is Ritesh. How are you, Ritesh? Is it good from your side?
Yes, sir. It's fine.
Okay. Singh, I do not recall your first name. Next time you please join the class with your own Gmail. So Singh, is it good from your side?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Muralidhar?
Sir,
Yes. Is it good? Is there any problem?
yeah, there is no problem. Sir.
There is
It's
no
fine.
problem. Girish, how is it from your side?
Yes, sir, it is good. Both video, audio, everything.
Audio thing is good. Tarjil, how are you? Is it fine from
Yes,
your
sir.
side?
Yes, sir, it's
Achha,
very
one
fine.
more question.
Okay.
If the answer is yes, then only you respond. Otherwise, you keep mum. I will understand that it is not the case. Is it something like this that for attending this lecture you have to go to the rooftop of your building, or you have to go 500 meters away from your home, or from your home itself you can do it? This question is for everyone. If you do not answer, I would assume there is no issue. Okay. Now what I would request you is that all of you remain unmuted, but you enable your video, because sometime video would be required from your side. So please unmute. Please enable your video. Let us see. Okay. So I have seen Ritesh, fine. This is Girish. Girish is fine. Sarjil, you are using a laptop. Muralidhar, what happened to you? Yes, okay. Okay, so most of you are using mobiles. Gajanan, you are using a laptop, it seems. Durganand, you are also using a laptop. Rohit, what are you using? Rohit, unmute yourself, then only you can talk.
Sir, laptop.
Laptop, acha. But your video quality is very poor, possibly because of your webcam quality, nothing else. How old is your laptop, son? How old is your laptop? 5 years old, 2 years old?
Nice, sir. 8 years.
8 years old. Okay. Durganand, Durganand, it is a good idea to sit down and listen to these particular lectures. You are not exactly attending a meeting, you are attending a class. Okay. So it will be good idea to sit down somewhere, put your laptop or mobile and take class notes, because class notes are to be taken. If you do not take class notes, this particular subject would be very difficult. Though the book would be there, but I would give the book more as a reference book rather than a textbook. So keep that in your mind. Okay, so if you have any obvious feedback, anything to tell me, please tell me. I have a request. If you would like to take this course, please register by Saturday, because the next time we are meeting, we will be meeting on Saturday. Saturday, what I might do is that I might record a video on MRR calculation, and I can give those links one by one to you, YouTube links, and then I will be sending not to all of you, but only to those individuals, those who have registered. I will send it on Saturday morning or Friday night. So by Friday night 10 o'clock, please try to do your registration process. I have already some video lectures already prepared, and one or two more I have to prepare for material removal rate calculations, and that I will share with you. Fine. Thank you for your patience and time. Thank you so much. Bye bye.